Good morning, welcome to the Med Show. Alrighty, so as the title of the stream says, we are going to take the Porsche 917 Living Legend, which Porsche remade or modernized, or however you want to word it, classify it. The Porsche 917 that they won the 1970 24 Hours of Le Mans with, and they did a modern twist with it, re-released it. Gran Turismo got a hold of it, and unfortunately for the world circuits, I cannot detune that car enough to put it on Le Mans, but I can detune it enough to run it on Sardegna. And no, those two tracks are nothing alike, but it gives me a little something. So the reason why we're in this car is because, well, Island wanted it. So, and kind of as a thank you, because I mean, every morning this week that I have been on streaming, he's actually followed the stream. So, as a thank you for hanging out with me, um, I kind of let him pick the track. So, there you go. So, first things first, let's get back into the Living Legend. Now, I can go through and run this car as it came out. This is the car we're taking around. I can go through, as you can see, the ECU has been downgraded. Now, I could leave the racing hard tires on there and just downgrade this thing to 99% and call her good and run the race. The car is spastic. So, as a result, I put Racing Soft on it, choked it down to 82% because that's how far I had to choke it down to get it under 800 pp. Because if I go up to 83, I'm over the limit by 0.10, a tenth of a pp. Tenth of a pp. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. So, yeah, we are running this car on Racing Softs, on Sardegna, for Island. As you can tell, daily workout has got 0 miles. Now, I did a couple of practice laps yesterday in yesterday's stream at the end on the hard tires. So this is actually the first time I'm running this car on Racing Softs in this race, choked down to the way that it is. But I can tell you at 99%, this thing will scoot. And I'm pretty confident that it's still going to scoot even at 82%. Sardinia Road Track, World Touring Car 800, enter, enter. Waiting for the PS4 to load. Alrighty. Let's do this. Now, again, other than the racing tires, I have made no modifications to this car. back on the track. Yeah, this thing does not like to make right-hand turns. Alright, so far, now Sardegna, by way of comparison to something like Le Mans, is a considerably tighter track. So, can I like run this car wide open? No, absolutely not. But I gotta be honest, that's the first time I've ever passed Portilla and taken the lead on the first lap, or second lap. Turn, thank you. Yeah, this thing will not turn at full speed. So, okay, so with the Living Legend, you have to go through and lift around that corner. Anytime you're turning this car, I mean, it goes really fast in a straight line, but as it pertains to anything twisty or curvy, yeah, no, seriously got to modify the way that you drive it. Sorry I'm so quiet, but I'm kind of like trying to figure out where my brake markers are, where my turn-in point should be. I got one lap of fuel left. Oh, 135 in it. Okay, so choke down to 82%. It's 5-lap car. I'm actually in a far enough lead to where these guys aren't going to catch me before I leave the pits. Okay, I think it's starting to get this down. Cold tires. That was atrocious. Alright, Porsche, out of my way. Big brother's coming through. Solus does that every time. He does, he does, he does. Sorry, Tidge. Okay, so before I go into my last lap before the pits, I've already got a lap on the top 5. Now, am I going to be able, based on where the blue dots are, so in this car, with my erratic first time racing this thing complete, oops, I've already put a lap on everybody but third and second prior to lap 10. And since this is Portillo's lap 8 that he's going in, because the Viper's got to go in every 4 laps, get over there. So yeah, I know, I got a lap before I have to refuel. Oh, hit the brakes late. Okay, so in this car, with it choked out to 82%, you need to go through and be on the brakes as soon as the little bumper thingy appears. Can I catch second before I hit the pin? Come on! Well, that was not planned. I honestly thought I was going to be able to get by him. I did not mean to spin him around that bad or tear up the front end of my car. See, the problem is there is actually no way that I can be underpowered and make that corner. So I actually cannot be wide open. I can't. How can I do that? I gotta figure out a way of doing that. Okay, so we're gonna see this car on this track again. Okay. Alan doesn't realize it, but he kind of, okay, because I could probably get this car down to a sub. Trying to keep it in third gear. Oh, wait a second. There we go. Okay, so we have an entire lap on the field. So how many people can I put second lap on? Oh, wow. Okay, that was my fault. Sitting there looking at the times going, okay, I've got a 1:35.7. I'm thinking if I can get my brake, I think I could get this car down to a 1:34. Obviously not this race, but Nope. Very off. Oh my god. I got lucky as hell. Oh my god, I got so lucky. Oh my god, I got lucky. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And I ran out of gas again. Oh, so for 2 races in a row, couldn't bump draft me to the finish line? Jackass. So for 2 streams in a row, I ran out of gas. Oh my goodness. Oh. $25.47. Which that easily could have been a 25.15. If not, yeah. I don't know. It's like I said, it's going to be interesting because, yeah, we're going to mess around with this car some more. It'll be next week. 4-star roulette ticket. So we'll watch the replay and then we will. Little brother Porsche is like, I want to be like big brother. And the car's about the size of a Group 3 car. So, yeah. If I could just work and figure out how to turn that damn thing tighter. Yeah, it was just so bad. It was. And I mean, make no mistake about it, I am not a Porsche fan at all. Okay? I think this car is cool. I do. But yeah, there were so many mistakes I made. I should feel guilty about putting the M6 into the wall, but he has put me in the wall so many times in previous races. Yeah, I get the fact that these are AIs, but some of the AIs are really clean and really respectful. Some of the AIs are not. The blue BMW M6 is one of those that is not. But the Porsche 917 Living Legend is the first car that I've ever been able to catch up to Portilla before the end of the second lap. Usually I'm beginning lap 3, halfway through lap 3, depending upon the car, it's lap 4 before I'm actually able to pass them. So this thing has got some scoop to it. This thing has got some serious scoop to it. Yeah, if I could figure out a way of taking this corner wide open, then yeah. Yeah, this car has definitely got me intrigued. I was kind of like, well, wait a minute. I also think this is the first time I've actually had a 135 lap time. And I mean, that one checkpoint, I think it was lap 13, where I was almost a half second up, I honestly think I could get this to like a 134.6 if I could figure the car out. So yeah. Did anybody else see the way that that nose dove when I hit the brakes? Typically on Group 3 cars, they don't do that. Okay, so what was my top speed on this side? 192. Yeah, I could easily hit 200 miles an hour on the straights if I could figure out how to take that sweeper just right. I mean, the tires weren't in perfect condition, but I mean, it did. Racing softs lasted 5 laps on this thing. Okay, so Island, thank you for suggesting this car. It was fun. It was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like botched this entire race in so many places and could have gotten so much better time. That was 196 miles an hour. Did I hit 200 miles an hour in this race? Because the acceleration out of those turns when I can stay in third gear, if I had a manual transmission, it would be different. But I mean, yeah, don't let this car get in second gear or first gear. There's a couple of places where you just can't help but get into second gear. Boys from Germany waiting the arrival of the car so that they could put some petrol in it and put a new set of shoes on. That was 192. So far, it looks like my top speed is 196. that was ugly. Yeah, because taking that exit, okay, so taking that sweeper bad, I just went through and watched the speedometer. Now, when I took that sweeper perfect, or as perfect as I could at that moment, I got 176 miles an hour at the brake point, or 196 miles an hour at the brake point. That last time I took that sweeper, when I hit the brake point, I lost 20 miles an hour. So, yeah. But how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. So I will definitely be practicing more in this car. But it won't be tomorrow. So tomorrow, again, tomorrow's race is going to be the Citroen Group 3 race car on this track. Another mid-engine. That car actually doesn't exist. They built a prototype for the Gran Turismo show, and they built it, and then Gran Turismo went through and did their magic and made a Group 3 car and a Group 4 car. Turned in a little too sharply on that one. That was the bad. Definitely scratched the paint on it a few times. But I mean, I had a lap on the field before my second fuel stop, which, yeah, happy days. That was 194. Overshot the braking point. I know, and some of you may be waiting for me to go through and say that this car makes a pretty sound. It makes noise. So, I know that sounds bad, but yeah, it makes noise. And it goes really, really fast. Then again, I honestly thought I had my line correct and I was going to miss him on this. I did not mean to send him right round like I did. Sorry, Frenchie. See, Fraga is another one of those cars. The Fraga and the Supra, the Aston Martin, the blue BMW, Solus, and the Alfa Romero, and they all, those are kind of like the somewhat, even Portillo. But actually, Portillo's not a consistent questionable driver. Half the races he's really, really good. The other half the races he's really, really bad. And then this is where I had the lap on the entire field. I believe I still had 4 laps left. Oh, Lordy. Oh. But yeah, this car will get up and scoot. It will do the boot scoot and boogie. Yeah, I think next week when I put this car back on this track, I'm going to go through and tweak with some of the numbers before we get back in it. Tweak with the front downforce. Probably tweak with the toe angle a little. Not quite sure what all I'm going to do, but yeah. And I'm thinking back, and I think this is actually the first time I put a hypercar on this track. Because that's what the 917 Living Legend was. Yes, the original 917 was a Group 1 race car. But when Porsche redid this car, they redid it as a hypercar. And I think this is the first time I've put a hypercar on this track. Yeah, and Solus will just go through and get in your way any and all ways he can, at least on my experience. Your mileage may vary. Yeah, that's got a few scratches in the paint job. Oh yeah, I thought for sure I was done for. I was like, oh my god. But I saved it, which I would love to say was skill, but I'd be lying my ass off. So yeah, again, tomorrow morning stream will be the Group 3 Citroen. Sunday morning stream will be the Group 4 Citroen. We'll go back to Le Mans for that one. Le Mans and Sardegna are pretty much the only two tracks that I do money tracks on. And it's like I said, pretty much at this point in time, and I've mentioned this in previous streams before, they've got another fairly good sized update coming up where they're going to release quite a few cars. One of the cars that I am definitely interested in, which is almost kind of funny considering I actually never used to be this way, is the Super Formula cars. At this point in time, Gran Turismo has got the Super Formula 19s. This year they are releasing the Super Formula 23s, and I want to get one of those cars. And this is where I ran out of gas, so this is so embarrassing. Yes, and I was shamefully trying to get the damn Lexus to push me across there. But there we have it. A lot of first in this one. First time I've driven a Porsche on this track. Actually, no, not the first time I've driven a Porsche, period. First time I've driven a Porsche on this track. First time I've driven a hypercar on this track. First time I've gotten a 135 as a fastest lap. So, yeah. Happy days. Okay, let's see what I got my roulette ticket. What, Simon? My cat's meowing at me. Dude, I fed you before I started this stream. Can I have the engine? Actually, no, I think I need that because I believe there's a invite only Aston Martin that I'm missing. But before we go to Brand Central, we have to do the whole traditional. That is so not what I wanted. Let's see. Stop it. Cat is going ballistic. Okay, so that is sold out now. So the racer concept is back in Legends. Could you please, for the love of God, in the name of all things deep, fat, fried, and butter, either give me the T-Bucket or the Chaparral box race car in this slot? Please. I've been waiting for the T-Bucket for like months. Alright, let's see what's in the used car lot. At the Prius. RS Cogsworth, Super B, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Yeah. No. Alrighty. Okay, let's go to Brand Central. No, I have several invitations. Oh, Aston Martin. I've got all the Aston Martins except these two. Nope. Okay, so tomorrow's race is going to net me 727. I've got 6, and how much do I need for the other one? 1.3. Alrighty, that works. So I will pick this up tomorrow, and I believe, let me go back to my garage. Yeah, the only other Aston I am missing is the one that I've got the invite for. So when I pick that car up tomorrow, I will have all of the Astons. Happy days. And then I'm missing the Audi, but I got a funny feeling that Audi is probably going to be in here. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining me on this stream. When you find it later, whoever was hanging out in live stream, thank you for hanging out this long. I do greatly appreciate it. Yeah. So again, because this is kind of what I do. I always load up tomorrow's race car. Let's get here. Chaparral, Chevy, Citroen. Okay, so tomorrow's race is going to be this little mamma jammer. The Group 4 or Group 3 Citroen mid-engine. I've actually raced this car in daily races a few times. Handles very reminiscent of the Ford GT Le Mans spec test car, not the race car, but the test car. So we will run this thing tomorrow with my livery on it. Why do you pick that car? Because my name's on it. Anyway, but yeah, this will be tomorrow's race. We're going to be at Sardegna. We'll let it rip, tater chip. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Again, thank you very much for hanging out with me this long. And as always, I love you.